My name's Steve Fairclough. I'm a media composer based in the north of England. I write music for television, radio and cinema, and I use digital audio workstations every day of my working life. In part 3 of this series of 3 short films on computer-based audio recording, I'm going to talk about some of the most important hardware choices available to you. Back when USB 1 was the only show in town, the bandwidth required for large, high bitrate recordings made internal sound cards the only option. Now, although internal cards inherently offer slightly better latency timings, FireWire and USB 2 allow you to transfer lots of high-quality audio data over a cable. Internal cards are usually cheaper, but they don't have the portability and flexibility of external solutions. If there's a laptop in your studio setup, you can take it and an external card on the road for recording or performing. And using one card for both your desktop and your laptop leaves you a little more money to spend. Some firms have adopted FireWire as an alternative to internal sound cards with breakout boxes. These had an internal PCI sound card and a data cable running to your breakout box that hosted input and output jack sockets. Now these same cards are part of the breakout box. Connected by a single wire, they still manage to offer 20, 30 or even more connections, and they're perfect for large bands and event recordings. Also, they can be rack mounted with your other gear for safety. The biggest sticking point for people coming from a hardware-based studio setup is the absence of physical controls. Manufacturers are attempting to tackle this by coming up with new and more innovative solutions to make control of your music production easier. Your standard controller is a MIDI keyboard, but most of these now come with assignable pads and dials that can be allocated to your software to make on-the-fly sonic adjustments easier. Novation's Nocturne controller, for example, features a group of sliders that have configuration maps preset for most sequencers on the market, and it is, of course, fully configurable to other packages. The Auto Map feature will set it up for you and map the central control knob to any dial in the software that you hover over with the mouse. And this gives you quick, two-handed control of all software parameters on the fly, and allows you a more natural way of controlling your software. Near-field monitors focus sound into a sweet spot at the listening position. This speaker is small enough to sit on a stand or a desk close to the listener, so most of the sound the listener hears is coming directly from the speaker rather than reflecting off other surfaces. And this type of speaker is designed to produce relatively flat or linear phase and frequency responses. In other words, there's no emphasis or de-emphasis of particular frequencies, so the speaker gives an accurate reproduction of your music's tonal qualities. Many home speakers are biased towards certain EQ settings in order to give a fuller, more powerful sound. But the fact is that if you use them to monitor your work, you may find that the mixes which sounded big and beefy on your system sound thin and weedy when they're played on speakers with a flatter response. Keep in mind that price is also a really big factor here. As a general rule, the better the monitor, unfortunately, the more expensive it is. Here's a nightmare scenario. You boot up your system and find that your precious album recording, the one you've been working on for 2 years, has been lost forever due to a drive failure or a catastrophic event such as a flood or fire. Believe me, backups are the only answer. Computer specialists like Scan offer a number of solutions in the form of external hard drive enclosures and network attached storage, or NAS boxes. External hard drive enclosures are portable hard drives. Connected via USB, FireWire or eSATA, these are handy for moving data between PCs, whether they're in the same building or in a completely different studio. A NAS box is an external hard drive with an internal network card, which can be located anywhere in your building and connected to your LAN. And these can be programmed to back up your data at predetermined times, giving you peace of mind knowing that your data is safely backed up elsewhere. So now you can concentrate on being creative and not worry about losing that moment. Thank you for viewing our three-part series on getting the most from your computer-based audio recording experience. We enjoyed making these videos and we hope you found them useful.
Many of the PCs you've seen in these videos have Intel processors inside. There's some innovative technology at the heart of the new Core i7 CPUs that enables music enthusiasts and professionals alike to get really creative. For more information about which Intel processor is best for you, please visit the Intel website or consult one of my colleagues at Scan. At Scan, we consult each customer to determine what will ensure the best user experience possible, and our knowledgeable team provides an ongoing service. If you're unsure about your system requirements but would like to focus on maximising your craft, please get in touch with us and a member of our team will guide you through the process of speccing your ideal machine.